everyone, and welcome to my first empties video. So these are probably all going to be things I used in 2019. There's not a lot because I'm really slow at using stuff up, but I am really pleased that I managed to get some of these out of my great big stash. There's a few Lush things, probably predominantly body stuff, but I think I might even have a couple of makeup empties in here. First one I've got is this Roots hair treatment from Lush. It is something I like, it's something that I would probably buy again. Yeah, I just need to be at the state of mind where I think that I'll actually use it, because I can get a few uses out of one of these. So I don't want to buy it and then just have it sit there. So yeah, it's probably something I'll buy maybe in a couple of months' time. I've got this body scrub. It was from Mad City Soap, which I think was a fairly small company that when there was a Lush forum many years ago, people tended to like buying from. This was in an Everbath scent, so it was a dupe of Lush's Everbath scent. It was a sugar scrub, and I think it had some sort of little beads in it. This has probably been hanging around for maybe 8 years or so. And I've got a whole heap of these that have all got about that much left in them. So glad to get that one out of my collection. Quite like the scent, quite liked the consistency and the moisturisation, but I can't see me ever actually buying from this company. I think they're a US based company, and I think the hassle's probably not worth it, unfortunately. I do like scrubs, and I didn't mind this one. See how they go. I've still got quite a few to use up, and then I've bought a couple of others since, so I can't see me ever actually buying these again. This was a little sample of a Villainous scrub in Grundy. Really didn't care much for the scent. The formula and consistency went bad, so this one too is probably 8 or so years old, and I'm really glad that I got it used up. I don't mind Villainous stuff. Some of their smooches are really quite nice. No, this was a smooch, sorry, their smacks were really quite nice. The last time I looked on their website, because I was considering buying some more, I don't think they do the smooches or the smacks anymore. They've somehow combined them into a product that's kind of both. Their free international shipping kicks in at $100, I think US, and I just can't see myself spending that much on scrubs, not in the foreseeable future anyway. If I was to buy scrubs, like sugar scrubs, I'd look at Lush. Not that Lush tend to do them. Haven't had too much luck with too many of Lush's scrubs since they discontinued You Snap the Whip. I would certainly consider it, but I can't see it happening in the near future. Got the Fair Trade foot lotion. I really quite liked this one. It's a good winter scent. It's a spicy, no sorry, this is the peppermint one, this is the summer one, got myself confused. I don't mind the peppermint, it's a good sort of foot lotion scent. Didn't mind the consistency. Yeah, it was good. It's been hanging around for a very long time, and I'm glad to get it used up. It looks like the sticker wore off of this one, so I can't tell you exactly how old it was, but it had it started to separate about halfway through using it, so I'm glad to have that one out of my collection. This one had the last bits of King of Skin that got very melted, and I scraped it into here, and I finally used it up. That one again has been kicking around for probably close to 10 years in my house, so I'm glad to finally be rid of it. I wouldn't buy the King of Skin again. If I quite like the Buffies, with this one, which has got the seed bits in it, almond kernels maybe, something like that, that exfoliate, where this is just plain moisturising. So it does kind of leave you a little bit on the sort of, I don't know, sticky-ish sort of side. So I wouldn't buy this one again. I'd buy, but I quite like Buffy, so I'd probably buy that one, but not this one. I've got this Avon Naturals Complete Recovery Hair Mask. I'm not quite sure why they call it a mask. It's basically like a conditioner. You put it in your hair after shampooing, so it's wet. So it's really basically just a thick conditioner. I don't know if they made this and thought, oh no, it's too thick, can't put it in a bottle, or put it in a jar and call it a hair mask. It's quite nice. I think it did do something. I don't know if it was anything astronomical, but it was okay, and I do think it helped a bit. If I could still get Avon, and they still made it, I would consider buying it. This I picked up at a clearance, probably cost me $2, so quite liked it, can't complain. Okay, I have a Helping Hands hand cream from Lush. I don't mind it. Scent's okay, it's not something I'll rave about, but it's quite a nice hand lotion, and it certainly seems to do a nice job. Nice consistency, reasonably thick, doesn't leave you feeling too slippery afterwards, sinks in, so possibly would consider buying it. I have got some other hand creams I want to use up. I can't see me buying it in the near future, but I wouldn't say that I'd never buy it again. Probably a little bit more on the pricey side. Maybe as I get older, my hands start getting drier, might be something I'd consider. But yeah, I've got others I need to get through before I'd go repurchasing this one. What's this one? Let the Good Times Roll face cleanser. I quite like this one. It's a little bit drier than some of their others. Quite liked the scent because I like popcorn, and this is a buttery caramel popcorn fragrance. I would possibly buy it again, but I bought a Bouche de Noël at the after Christmas sale, which I'm using at the moment. I could see myself buying this one again, but one of these lasts me quite a while, so while I can get by with buying the Bouche de Noël at half price, I'll probably do that. But if I ever got stuck, it was certainly something that I would consider, because I do like a scrubby cleanser. Okay, this is the foot lotion I thought I was talking about before. This is the Pied Pepper. Lush discontinued this, which is a shame, because I really quite like it. It's a nice spicy, wintry, warming scent. This one I had for ages. I had the tiniest bit left. I finally used it up. I couldn't tell you how long, because the thing's worn off, as they quite often do on these. Yeah, this would be my preferred of the Lush foot lotions, but they don't make it anymore. If I came across it as like a retro or whatever they call them now, where they bring back things for short periods of time or whatever, on limited release, I'd probably buy one, because I do like this one, and I don't have such a stockpile of foot lotions happening. Makeup wipes. These are Athena. This was a smallish pack, I think. No, it was a 25 pack. These came from Chemist Warehouse. They had been hanging around for an awfully long time, so I'm glad to have them out of my collection. Don't think I hated them, don't think I loved them. I think they stayed together pretty well. Didn't disintegrate or anything like that. But they were dirt cheap. And I have an absolute stockpile of facial wipes, most of which were freebies and things, so I probably won't ever have to buy them again. And I don't know that I necessarily would anyway. Certainly not. I think I'd probably just buy like cotton rounds instead, or some sort of reusable cotton round rather than single-use wipes. But I have heaps to get through. Whatnot facial wipes. This was a pack of 7. I got 5. I got somewhere along the line. I can't remember if I liked them or not. Can't remember thinking they were horrible, so I think they were right. I think most of the ones I've ever used have been okay. I don't think there's been any I've loved or hated. Though I think I had some Nivea ones that I wasn't particularly keen on. But, yeah, whatever. I have this face mask, the Panda, because I like pandas. They're very wet, very moist, and they make you look like a panda. They're like one of those, what do they call them, character masks. Yeah, I used it. I can't remember whether I hated it or not. I think it was okay, but it was very cold because it was very wet. So yeah, I've got a packet. I think I've got about 4 more of these perhaps. I need to use up at some stage. Okay, this Rimmel BB 9in1 used up. Wasn't keen on the smell, but other than that it seemed to be fine. Yeah, glad to have something out of my makeup collection. Okay, I've got Let Them Eat Cake Lip Balm from Lush. This one had a Christmas cakey scent, and I think from memory it actually used to sting a little bit. It's actually got a part of another lip balm I'll go through in a minute in there. Yeah, it's nice to get that out of my collection. This one has been hanging around for over 10 years. It was made in 2008, Christmas one for 2008. Finally got it used up. The bit that was sitting in there was the insert from, oh no, this one. Baby Lips Menthol, which I absolutely love. Dug out, which is why the little thing was in here. Discontinued it, which is really annoying. I don't use it all the time, but if my lips are sore it is a nice one to be able to fall back on. So yeah, disappointed that they've discontinued it. I have a couple, I think I've got 1 more or maybe 2 more, and then I bought a lip smacker one that's supposed to be menthol too when I found out they discontinued this that I haven't used yet. But yeah, I do like the menthol ones. Couple of little mini samples of Fix Plus. I have this Avon eyeliner. This is a liquid guide in Hunter. This was a very soft formula, which was nice, but made it very hard to use because every time you go it would kind of smush. I think I ended up using this one up, using like a brush and brushing it on, because as much as I liked how soft it was to try and put on, it was a pain getting it from here on. I've got a few more of these which I plan to use, but now that they're a little bit dry, I think they're a little bit easier to work with. Garnier micellar water, which I used up. I've got a heap of these. My mum got them cheap. I think I've got about 3 or 4 more. Don't particularly love it, but I'm committed to trying to use them up, so that's the first one gone. The other thing I had with this is that it was really hard to get the last of the product out. In the end, I ended up absolutely just grabbing this stupid lid off, and I reckon there was still ended up being stuff caught around the top I just couldn't get out. Nail polish remover wipes from Be Yourself. I really quite like these. The first lot I ever bought was in a really shitty container that met in the middle. These ones where the top screws onto the base and the base comes up much better. Had this paint and polish in Knock 'em Out from MAC.